Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be back with you. Well, I'm sitting here today looking at one of my favorite mystical pictures. I have a wonderful picture here of Lord Buddha, and he's the founder of the Buddhist religion. I've always loved Buddha, and I thought I lost this picture. You know, as I'm decluttering my house, I'm literally moving boxes of junk out. And this actually got put in a storage box last year. I haven't been able to find it till just now, and I'm so embarrassed that I could lose such a treasured piece of art. But here's a wonderful picture. It's from the 1950s. It's from India. It's an Indian rendering of Buddha. Isn't he just beautiful? I think we can all learn a lot from Buddha. We can learn how to be tranquil, how to look within, and to find spiritual truth. And I think he's a wonderful example and an exemplar of mystical truth. So isn't that cool? There's my Lord Buddha. Anyways, I'm so excited to be reunited with him. Anyways, I'm just glad you're here. Well, guys, it's Tuesday. And you know what that means? It's time for messages from the spirit world. It's really hot here today. I don't know where it's like where you guys are. My hair is getting long. I'm going to get it cut soon because it's driving me crazy. Ooh. And then this heat is flying everywhere. So having a bad hair day, but hang with me. Anyways, before we get into everything, what else I say thank you. So many of you have been writing me letters saying how much you are excited about my new painting called Skyfall. And here's another image. If you didn't see yesterday's video, you missed out. This was released on my website. It is now available over at PsychicBob.com. That link will be below, but you can get your free artwork copy of Skyfall. So go over and see my website, PsychicBob.com. You can get a free copy, okay? So there you go, all right? Anyways, hope you'll go and study that. The wording on it says, one day the sky fell, no one noticed. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys interpret it as you will, but go study it, and we'll talk about this more later this week. Anyways, today is Tuesday, and that means it's time for messages from the spirit world. And messages from the spirit world is something I do every Tuesday. And for those of you who are new here, this is where I gather a bunch of letters and do psychic readings. For those of you who are new here, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. That's right, this is my full-time business. All day long, I do readings for people. And, you know, speaking of private readings, private reading is different than what you get here. On Messages from the Spirit World, I'm able to answer one question for free. Okay, people write and say, how much is it? Absolutely free. Now, if you need more than one question, or you have something that's very pressing, you might want to invest in a private reading. A private reading is you and me one-on-one for a full hour. That's right. We can do that by telephone or by Skype or Google Hangouts. So if you've been saying, gee, I would love to sit down with Psychic Bob for a full hour and understand my soul journey and have my questions answered, you might want to do a private reading. Now, to get on my schedule for a private reading, you need to call me at my office. And my phone number is, put this in your cell phones. Here's my phone number, 703-825-3929. Again, Bob Hickman, 703-825-3929. We'll get you on the schedule. If you want to write to me at my email, you can also do that at my official email, PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. Again, my email is PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. That link will also be below. So connect with me. Let's see what we can do. Now, as I said today, all of this is free. I don't charge for messages from the spirit world. So if you want to contact me to be on this show, you can either put your question in the comments box below or write to me at my email, PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com with your question. Okay, now I got to be honest, I get hundreds of letters a week, and right now I honestly can't personally respond to everybody. And it's not that I don't love you guys, it's just a numbers thing. I've got more than I can physically do. But I do read all the letters, even if I don't write to you. And I do offer prayers up for everybody. I get so many people saying, can you pray for this? Can you pray for that? And I keep an altar with candles, and I do prayers for all of you. So know that you are in my thoughts, okay? Anyways, we're going to jump into the letters. And you know, I always have to say, listen to all the letters, because even if your letter doesn't get read today, you might find that Spirit works through somebody else's letter to reach you. And I tell you, I've seen this so many times. I'll get somebody to write me. They'll say, "Hi, Bob. My name is John. I live in Tallahassee, Florida. You were reading for, Sam up in New York City, but I swear it was my situation, and it helped me, that answer. Could that message have been for me?" And the answer is absolutely yes, because Spirit, see, the spirit world draws me just to pull letters. I don't necessarily know what letters are going to be read each week. I just let Spirit guide my hands. And that way, Spirit knows that there might be 5 people in the nation that have the exact same problem. And they'll work through Sally's letter to reach the other 4 people. And that's how Spirit works. So listen, because you never know when a grain of wisdom from Spirit will come to you. So yes, they can be for you. If it sounds like your situation and you're like, wow, that is really making sense, then that's for you, okay? So we're going to see what the Spirit has. Now, before we do that, let's all just settle down. I want you to join with me in a brief meditation. We're going to just close our eyes, and we're going to visualize light filling our body as we attune to the spirit world. Let's just take a moment. Okay. I hear my guide Fletcher back here. He says hello to you. All right, my first letter today is for Angela Enfield. Hello, Angela. Angela writes, says, "Hi, Psychic Bob. I've been having a lot of butterfly and hawk encounters lately. They will come out of nowhere and fly all around me. What does this mean?" Hi, Angela. Good questions. Well, first of all, many times when an animal appears around you, it's a sign of that you're being guided by the spirit of that animal. So like in your case, hawks and butterflies are some totem spirits for you. Now, I would also say that I feel that this does have a very strong, significant meaning behind it. And in your case, what it indicates for me is that you are at a big time of transition, and you're about to kind of launch out on your own in a new direction. The hawk means that you're guided and protected by higher vision. You remember that ancient Egyptian god Horus, he was hawk-headed, and so he could see, and the eye of Horus is the hawk eye, represents protection and blessing. The butterfly is about rediscovering who you are. And I have to tell you, Angela, I feel like when I go back over this last year around you, I feel you've been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of self-rediscovery, I guess I want to say. And it's like you're coming back to who you really are. And so I feel like this is a sign that you're about to take off. And literally, your life is about to fly. You're about to soar into a new beginning. And I think this next year for you will show a lot of success, a lot of blessing. Don't be afraid. You're being guided and protected to some changes. And I feel like there are going to be changes really on every front for you. There's going to be change on the financial front, the career front, and the housing front. So all of those are going to happen over the next year. Don't be afraid. None of this is bad, but it's about you finding who you are, following your path, and flying and soaring, okay? So these are all good things. But I want you to research butterflies and hawks as totem spirits, okay? Totem animals. They're guiding you. And, one of the things you can do is make a communication with them. So you tell the hawk, you say, "Hawk, thank you for coming. If ever I'm in danger, I want you to fly in front of me or land so I can see you, and that'll be a sign for me." I had a period, I got to tell you, Angela, I had a period in my life where I was really being heavily stalked by people. It was very scary. They were violent people with the intent to injure me. And one of my totems is the raven. And a giant raven, literally as big as a dog, would land in front of me. And whenever that happened, that was their way of saying, "Don't go down that street." And I would take a different way if I was going somewhere. And I found out later that there were people down there waiting to attack me. And so I averted danger through the connection with the raven. So your hawk and your butterflies are like that for you. Start communicating with them. Really good question. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is Giuseppe Mastropolo. Giuseppe Mastropolo. Hope I'm saying that correctly. I love that name. That's a great name. Giuseppe writes, "Hi, Bob. Can you tell me if my friend Santo, who passed 23 years ago has crossed over, or is he still earthbound? Hi, Giuseppe. Listen, I have to tell you, and I'm not saying this to upset you, but I pick up that Santo is still earthbound. It looks like he's still trying to work out a lot of stuff on his soul. I keep hearing a voice talking to me. It's one of his angels, and he says he also wants to just hang out. It seems like during Santo's life, he was a little bit of a prankster, and a kind of part of him, strange as it sounds, having fun with it. Now, earthbound doesn't mean that somebody's evil. Okay, I'm not saying he's evil, but what they're telling me is that he has not yet fully made his peace with some situations that were going on in his life. He has not made his peace with God. And you know, the Spirit gives us free will. None of us have to go to heaven. See, that's the thing. We can choose to stay on. Right now, he's still choosing. Now, you and I go, God, 23 years is a long time, but you have to understand, when you're in the spirit body, when you're out of the physical body, time is very different. So for him, it's like no time has passed. It's like the same as the day he left the body. It's now. There's no sense of time shift for him. So for him, it's not 23 years, but for you and I, 23 years have passed. So I have to tell you, he's still earthbound. One of the things that I'd like you to do is offer prayers and light candles. Whenever we light candles, that gives power to the spirits to move forward to the light. You might even want to set up a little altar to the dead, which is basically a little table, put some white cloth on it, put a glass of water, some white candles, and offer prayers for him, okay? And that's going to raise his vibration and help him to move to the light. By the way, on altars for the dead, you do not want to put salt. Okay, a lot of people think, oh, you put salt on a holy altar. On traditional altars, like Catholic altars or Wiccan altars, yes, but altars for the dead should not have salt on them. So make sure the water's fresh water, not salt water, pure, clean drinking water, and pure white candles on a white cloth on a table. That's all you need. And you offer prayers, and I'll tell you, you'll get him over. Because I feel like he's getting tired. You know, he's kind of like, he's had his fun, but now he's getting a little bored. And I think he'll be crossing over in the next few months. But I think you can help him. By the way, we're coming up towards October. In the month of October and the month of November, both of those months, the veil is very thin. So it would be a good time to start now to get used to doing the prayers and the ritual. And I think by those times, you'll be able to get him over to the light, okay? But he's around. He's not in any pain or anything. He's just hanging out. But, you know, we want him to go over because he's not making progress either, okay? Once he goes to the light, he'll have a life review. He'll understand the good and the bad that he did. He'll make his peace, and he'll start his progression. So you want to get him over to the light, okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Good question. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Alex the Rockstar. Alex writes, Hi, Psychic Bob. When we are on the other side and want to be married, does it have to be a mutual agreement between both parties? Oh, interesting. Is it karma from past lives why some marriages fail and others succeed? Well, you know, Alex, I got to tell you, now I don't mean to burst your bubble, but marriage isn't on the other side what you think it is. You know, Jesus said, and I'm not trying to be a Bible thumper, but he said in heaven, somebody asked Jesus about this once, and Jesus said, in heaven there is no giving or taking in marriage. You shall be as the angels are. Meaning that we don't have those type of earthly contracts there. Now, do people have love on the other side? Do they become partners? Absolutely, yes. But it's very different there than what we see on earth. There's no legal contracts. There's no jealousy. There's no, if we break up, you owe me this. None of that exists. So marriage, as we know it on earth, does not apply in the spirit world. What happens over there is that people are drawn to the souls with which they most harmonize. So somebody said to me once, well, say, Bob, I was married 3 times. I had a lady come to me. She said, which husband will I be with in the afterlife? And you know what I told her? I said, none of them. She said, what? I said, no, you have another husband over there that you know from a previous life. You were a real soulmate. And she said to me, oh my God, Bob, that's so weird. I always felt as if all my husbands, I love them, but they weren't the one. And I said, that's because your one is over on the other side. So we will be drawn to the person we have a soul connection with. Now, in terms of karma, it does affect relationships, affects who we're drawn to, why we get together with them, what karma we're working out, the good and the bad. And it does occasionally have an aspect in why marriages succeed or fail. But it's not always karmic. It's really what we choose to do with our energy that we bring into this life, you know. And so marriages are successful or they fail based on what we do in this life, not necessarily past life, but it's our past life link that draws us back to people. And if we're being mindful and spiritual, we're going to be the best person we can and really work from a good place. And that karmic link will be a positive one, ultimately. Okay. Anyways, I hope that helps a little bit. Good questions. We're getting a lot of good questions there. I love these questions. All right. Next letter is from Alessandra Botham. Hello, Alessandra. Alessandra writes, says, Dear Bob, do I have any spirit guides? If so, do they have any messages for me? Yeah. You know, Alessandra, I'm getting around you a lady. I hear a voice. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. The voice is a lady. Her name is Mary, and she's an Irish woman. She shows me her outfit. She's dressed in 1890s clothing, and it looks like a uniform. And Fletcher says that she was a housemaid to a noble family in Ireland in the 1890s. So she was like a person worked in a house, took care of the kitchen, helped with the children. She was a housemaid. She's around you in spirit because she's helping you to make some choices to move forward. Mary keeps saying, I hear her talking. She says, I was young when I left home. I was young when I started. And she's in your life now to help you to put one foot in front of the other to move forward. Looks like there's going to be a change coming for you. After the new year, some issues may come up here around a move or a change in housing. Nothing bad. This is all about advancement for good. But Mary's going to help you with that. So be prepared for a move. Call on Mary. She's your guide. She's an Irish girl from the 1890s. Cute as a button. Wears her little apron, has her hair up. Real cute girl. But she's around you. Okay, so as you're dealing with transition issues, she's the name you want to call. Okay, and she said she's going to help you. Help you, the word she said, move forward, one foot in front of the other. And she keeps saying, she said, tell her take it slow. Don't rush. She's doing just fine. But she's with you, and more changes are coming, and she'll help you. Thanks for being here. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from MJS Breezy. Ooh, I love that name, MJS Breezy. MJS Breezy writes, Hi, Psychic Bob. I have been dealing with 2 males in my life who I can't seem to communicate with effectively. When any topic of concern is brought up, I'm met with immediate anger and frustration. What can I do to improve these situations and make them something positive? Hi, MJS Breezy. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean, but I got to be honest here. I feel like both of these males are in your life for their opportunity to grow. See, you're an older soul, but you're dealing with younger souls, and I have to be honest, I don't feel like they're learning their lesson. They're losing ground is what I'm trying to say. They're going backwards. And I think for you that this is going to come to a point when we get to close around December that you may have to distance yourself and kind of, you know, step back from those relationships, because I have to tell you, I don't see them making progress. And it's not that you're failing. And I understand you want to make something good of this. But you know, Jesus said, he said, don't cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them and turn on you. And he was speaking words of wisdom. He said, you know, a lot of us have pearls of wisdom. We have knowledge. We've done soul growth. But not everybody's ready for that. And this is one of those circumstances where you were brought into their lives to help them grow as people, to be more mindful, to be more spiritually oriented, to be kinder and better people. but they're choosing not to do that. And as free will agents, they're allowed to choose that. We don't have to like it. But I'm going to tell you, by December, I think you're going to find yourself in a much better place by just severing those ties, at least for a little while. Because I feel like this next year for you is a year of growth, but I don't see them contributing to it. I see them taking from you. So it's time you kind of protect yourself from their hostile energy and their negative intents and move on just for yourself, okay? Anyways, I'm sorry to have to say that, but that's what I pick up around it. And again, they're not evil people. I'm not calling anybody evil, but they're just young souls. You're an older soul, and even though your job is to teach them, their job is to listen, and they're not listening. So you're not obligated. Time to shake the dust from your feet and move on, okay? Because next year for you is going to be a powerful year. I see some job transitions coming for you, more money coming to you, and a lot more happiness. But it won't be with either of these people, okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys, I tell you, just look at the time. I don't know where the day goes. Well, we're at the part of our show which is called Spirit Shoutouts. Spirit Shoutouts are messages that I receive for subscribers. These are not necessarily people who have written in. Sometimes they're just names that show up in my list of subscribers, and a message pops through. So I've got a few Spirit Shoutouts here I want to throw out. My first Spirit shout out today goes out to Antoine LeVay. Hello, Antoine. He's a regular here. Antoine, listen, I got another message. Doreen Valiente is telling me that she's waiting for you to connect with her. She said she's waiting patiently. She wants to help you and guide you in your Wiccan studies. So I want you to do some research on Doreen Valiente. She has a number of books out. Read about her life. She's working with you and helping you in your Wiccan studies. Okay, so that's a message from her. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here. All right, my next letter, or spirit shout out, is to Denise Simmons. Hi, Denise. Good to see you, dear. Listen, you've got an angel around you named Samuel. Samuel. Samuel is his name. And he's guiding you. And he's asked me to tell you that you're starting a new year. And he said this new year of life is about your winning. And it's about success and freedom. And Samuel says, he said, tell her to follow her freedom, her ideal of freedom. And if you follow that, you're going to have a lot of success. But you're winning. And this next year for you is a year of great blessings, okay? Happy birthday to you, dear. Blessed be. All right, my next spirit shout out is for Amanda Martin. Hello, Amanda. Listen, Amanda, I've got a message for you here. You have a new spirit guide that's come in around you. His name is Alexander. He was an occultist. He did like magical rituals back during the 1920s. And I believe he was connected to like, you know, like the one of the magical lodges, like ceremonial magic. But he's asking me to tell you, he says, tell Amanda that she has the gift for reading tarot cards. He's spreading out a whole table of tarot cards, and he's putting them like in a circle for me. And he's talking about the wheel of power spinning around the tarot. So I think that you're being called to do some work in tarot, and Alexander is going to work with you on tarot reading. So if you haven't done that, you want to start getting into that. If you're already reading tarot, ask him to take you to the next level. His name is Alexander from the 1920s, an occultist. But he's one of your spirit guides. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know where the time goes, but I am so glad you're here. Listen, thank you for being here. You guys are the best. And please help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share with your friends, hit subscribe. You know, let people know what's going on here at Spiritual. Tell them that you love the work we do. And so, you know, a lot of you watch, but you never give thumbs up. And you write me letters, oh, I love your show, but you never get thumbs up. Those thumbs up tells YouTube that you want to keep me on the air. I have been a subject of harassment by YouTube this last few months, which I won't go into now, but your thumbs up and your likes and your sharing the video helps tell YouTube that I'm valuable. They actually want to push me off of YouTube. I don't know why, but they've kind of told me that. I'm not going without a fight, and I need you to be on my side to help support my videos. So share them. Let's build up our subscribers and show YouTube that Spirit Channel is an important part of this network. And if you get a chance, pop over to my website, PsychicBob.com, and get your free copy today of Skyfall. There's directions there how to print it out. You can print it out, frame it. You know, it's a wonderful gift to give to a friend or just for your own home decor. So if you like modern art and you like this, get this copy. It's only going to be up till Saturday, so make sure to get it, okay? Skyfall by me. All right, guys. Well, listen, we'll be back here tomorrow for Wiccan Wednesday. And I think tomorrow we're going to talk about the mystical chalice, that mystical tool of magic and how we can use our chalices. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Till then, may all of you blessed be.